Hello and welcome to my channel. Imagine this. You and your dance teacher belong to different countries, and the only thing that binds you is the dance form that you're learning from her. Yes, I'm talking about this beautiful pretty lady that you can see on the screen. She has hell lot of experience with Indian film industry. She has worked with every possible Indian Bollywood choreographer that you would know. And yes, she's been my ballet teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my ballet teacher, Olga Guba. Thank you so much, Miss, for joining us, and thank you so much for giving your time for the interview on my YouTube channel. I'm really grateful. Thanks a lot.
I mean, from my side, it's just unbelievable experience going on right now. And thank you so much for having me here. It's a very pleasure to me as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's been very long that I've been scolded by you because we used to have so much fun in the ballet class, but at the same time, so much of professionalism, so much of learning. And that's how I connected with you, thanks to the Terence Dance Academy, that I got to know you. And I think now it's been, I think, more than 10 years that we have been in touch, but a lot of things have changed. And
Yes.
today, the interview is all about you and it's all about your story. So, how about we start with a little bit of how you decided to come to India? And if you could tell us a little bit about your journey in India.
Good question, actually. And actually, I did not decide by myself.
Okay.
Yes, one lady with whom we used to work here in Russia, and we used to perform, me and our group, me and more three girls, we used to perform here, style like cabaret styles. And we did perform here, and one lady, she just got an offer from India, of course with a contract, and she just invited us, and she just said like, would you like to go to India? I said, why not? Yes, let's go. I was free, I was young, I was ambitious, I was like powerful. Actually, I am now also like this, but those days I was extremely powerful, extremely powerful. And of course, four of us, we said yes, and after 1.5 months, we reached Mumbai in the middle of September. In the middle of September, exactly 10 years ago. It was the rainy season, quite finished those days, but gray sky and gray atmosphere and the air, everything was gray color. And I expected sunny weather. I expected lots of music around me. Yes. And more 2 weeks we were sitting at home, just waiting for something, I don't know what. Nothing happened with us. No work, no shootings, no fashion show as we expected to do. Yes, and exactly after 2 weeks, we started work. And it was unbelievably interesting to us, for all of us. The first shooting we did with Ramos here, with Ramo choreographer, and after that we had lots of experience together, and life has started to be better day by day. And sunny weather came, and we started work more and more. And of course, we did a shooting work and a photo shoots and a modeling work and ramp shows as well. And those days we met with Terence.
Okay.
And he invited us as a group to perform for his shows. And Terence was very, very nice. He is actually a very handsome person. He was every time so nice to us. Yes, okay. And we teach him some Russian words, and he teach us Indian. Like it was nice. From those days, we started our nice relationship.
You worked with two top-notch choreographers in the country right now. So I want to understand how different the style of working is when it comes to both the choreographers.
Of course, it's completely different because Ramos here, he works in a Bollywood style, and the Terence, he works with a modern. He works with the jazz styles, and it
Right.
was too nice. It was from those days. It was so closer to my style because I'm in love with in love with jazz. I'm in love with modern as well, and. When he said, "Girls, can you do classical ballet style?" And we said, "Of course, yes." And
Okay.
and we did it, and we did many shows with him, many of them.
So you've worked with Terence, you've worked with Remo, sir. Is there any other choreographer in the Bollywood industry that you happen to interact with or worked with? Is what I wanted to know.
Yes, of course. Which choreographers? It's Ashley Lobo.
Hmm.
Ashley Lobo.
Hmm.
It's Shaman Dowell.
Hmm.
It's Ganesh Hegre.
Oh,
Yes, Ganesh Acharya. It's a Bebevi. I'm in love with Bebevi. She's
that's
too
me.
nice. Yes, she's nice. For that movie Tashan,
Yes.
for Tashan movie, we went to Ladakh.
Dil dance mare.
Yes, Dance Mare. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a typical
Yeah.
Bollywood fun number. Yes.
It was a nice experience. 15 girls and 15 boys from Ukraine. We went to Ladakh. We had lots of fun and lots of work. Lots of work, like for 16 hours per day, from 4 a.m. in the morning until like, I don't know, 10 or 11 p.m. We were on set. It was quite tough for us, but it was nice. It was nice. And Beverly, she's extremely professional lady, extremely professional. Always pleasure to work with her.
Anyone in India who comes from abroad and
Yeah.
a pretty person like you, powerful girl who just decides to come to Mumbai, how were you treated? Like, were you taken very positively, or were there places where you had to face some situations which you were not very comfortable with?
Of course. It's thank you for this question, I mean. Actually, of course, in my 5 years experience in India, we had a not pretty good situation, I can say like that. Yes, because sometimes people look at you like on a white skin only, and plus I got white hair as well, so they just want to behave with me in, how to say, not correct way. I'm going to say like that. Yes. And but lots of people were very, very nice to us. Extremely nice. Nice, positive situations. I still remember. Of course, it's in my mind. Was funny situation, like they can't understand what we trying to order. Yes, on the phone, and one day we just tried to order black bread, and what I could see from 5 minutes, they brought bread, but they just put in the, how to call that machine, the grill machine. They just put the bread in the grill machine and make the white bread became have black color like that. So they just grill the bread completely. So, and Rhoda said, like, black bread for you, lady. I said, okay, thank you so much. Yes, and I could not even say something, like it was very funny. Like, okay.
How did you become one of the faculties of the Terence Lewis Dance Scholarship Foundation? Tell us that.
Oh, I remember that day. It was like yesterday for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that day I was sitting at home. I was just about like, I'm tired to do this work. Like day by day, it's good, but it's quite tiring. Like for 12, 16 hours on set. Sometimes it's just too much to break. Yes. And I was like, I always wanted to teach someone, and I already did it in my country before I went to India. Yes, I was a teacher here, and but I didn't know where exactly, with whom I will work. Yes, and I just called Terence because I had his number. Yes, and we were friends, and he said, "Come to my office to Bandra," and I came, and I asked him, and he said yes. That's it. Of course, he knew that I'm a professionally educated teacher. Yes, I'm diploma. I have a diploma. Yes, I'm owner of diploma. So he didn't ask me a lot of questions. He just told me the way it should be in his company, the way they work, and what he wants to see from his students, and what kind of trainings should be. Yes, and we had like a 30 minutes conversation, and after that I started to do my lovely job. Because your batch, you were second one for me. The first one,
must be Sushant.
Yeah, I think yes, Sushant. I still remember him. That's super person. I love him really. I still remember his center split. My gosh, I just went to the class, and he was just sitting on the center split. I was like, okay, let's start the party right now. The Sushant, he's that person with who I was love to work. You know, like brilliant lines, body lines, yes, and body construction also. Like that. I remember Sushant. Many of them I remember. Many of them. And from Terence company, of course, I remember Maruk ma'am. Maruk ma'am, she's also very kind, nice person. And I used to work with Shampa and Baldwin. Those persons also were too good for me. With me, yes.
Now I want to get a little nostalgic because it's time. We have reached a place where comes my part, where I have to tell my story to people a little bit before we come to this part, ma'am. And I think, Miss, you should also know this. Is what I wanted to share. Is I had applied for this scholarship, the scholarship that you used to train for. I had applied for this scholarship, I think 3 years ago. Before joining the one that you were a part of.
Okay.
And I come from a very small town, and I only know Bollywood. So I did not know the spelling of jazz. So I did not even know there's a dance called jazz. I was not aware there's ballet. And I was selected for the first round. And when I went in for the audition for the choreography round, I was thrown away with the choreography that they were doing, and I was not selected. And it was a fully funded free scholarship that they provided. And after that, I collected money, and eventually, after 3 years, there was partly funded scholarship. And then I got a brochure. Okay, the brochure had all the faculties.
Okay.
I had your picture there, all the faculties' pictures there who will be teaching you yoga, ballet, jazz, everything.
Yes.
And then I saw your picture and I was like, oh my God, who's this pretty lady? I really want to know what is she going to teach? And I was aware of ballet and jazz at that time. So I was like, wow, I'm going to be trained by international faculty. And I was so excited. And I must tell you this. We all were excited, and we were 9 of us in the batch, if you remember.
Yes.
And we were all just warming up for the next class. We were not aware. And then you walk in, and we were like, "Oh, she's so cute. She's so pretty. She's so sweet. She's going to be sweet," is what we were thinking. And then you started teaching. And people were like, oh my God, this is the first class, and she is so professional and so strict. Initially we got very scared of you. I must tell you this honestly.
I'm sorry.
But then again, I think that's what has made us whatever we are now, because the foundation was you. You started training us from the
Yes.
very first stage. So, um, my question to you is, how was your experience seeing us for the first time?
For me, it's important thing that you had a passion to learn. You know,
Mhm.
you didn't say like, oh, it's difficult, please don't do, let's do this one or that one, as I usually heard from others, you know. You close your mouth and you start work immediately. Of course it was difficult for you. Of course I could see that and understood that. Even when you start to make the first ballet classical position of your feet. Yes? How your feet supposed to be on the floor, which way your arch should be, the body pressure and the center of your body where it should be. We started from that level, and even that level were difficult for you. Yes, and remember we used to start by keeping two hands at the bar at the first classes, and only after some time we try to turn with the right hand, yes, and with the left one to other side. Of course, maybe the level was not to take you for Swan Lake and perform in some big stage, but I hope you got the good basics. Yes?
Exactly.
Yes, because in that way I was looking for. I was looking for nice basic, which I can give you and you can use it. And you can use it, and you can, after that you can mix it also with other styles. For me, that was important.
I think I must say this, and I'm sure all of my batchmates are going to eventually watch this because I'm going to tag all of them. Um, but we all have our own share of moments where you remember, oh, I did this, and I remember how Olga Miss responded.
Yes, yes.
And to be honest, you are the first teacher who was strict, professional, but at the same time so funny. And I remember those explanations, and it used to be so cute, so correct, but at the same time, you would understand what you're trying to say because, like you said, energy and the understanding was formed absolutely. And I always tell my colleagues or whoever I meet that I'm trained in basics of ballet, and my teacher was from Russia.
That's nice, I think. You should be proud.
I am. I'm very
really
proud.
because from my side, I mean, I'm really proud. I'm really proud that I had you as my student, and I had other students as well. And I'm proud of be part of the Indian experience. Yes, and I'm happy to share this experience nowadays. Actually,
Absolutely great. And how was it working with the Amitabh Bachchan? Any moments, anything that you want to share?
He's very polite, extremely polite person, extremely polite. He's and extremely professional. You know, like each step he does, and it's the same the way it should be. No, I don't know how to explain that, but like that. And even I feel, because I'm not Indian, yes, and for me it's performing with Amitabh Bachchan. It's like, okay, Amitabh Bachchan, and tomorrow maybe Saif Ali Khan, and the day after tomorrow someone else.
Shah Rukh Khan.
So we actually performed with Shah Rukh Khan also, yes, and but I felt him as a professional person on the stage.
Considering a lot of women in India are also doing the same thing that every woman would do. But also now everything is about self-awareness and being fit and healthy. What do you recommend for them to stay exactly the way you were maybe 10 years ago, and still maintain the family, job, and all the hustle bustle that happens around?
Good question. Yes, but to keep yourself and this form, of course, I'm going to gym. I do gym also. I'm running, not every morning, but I try to do that like twice in a week, maybe. I do some sport exercises at home also, and I don't have time to sit on the sofa. So that I can recommend for other ladies also. To be in movement, to move every time. That's it. Don't sit. You will sit when you will be like 80 years old, 85 years old. You will be old and you will sit on the sofa. There is no point to sit now. Move on. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think that goes for me also. I need to stop sitting on my sofa and have chit
I
chat,
didn't
watch
think about
television.
it. I thought about other ladies.
So, Miss, before we end this interview, I do have this question for you. If
Yeah.
anyone in the country, in India, is interested in a ballet, classical ballet workshop, or anything which is very specific to the style, like jazz, classical ballet, and these kind of workshops, because yes, we do have some people here who are taking care of this, which is and doing a great job, but we still need more teachers like you. Would you be interested in something like this? And
Of
would you
course.
come to India?
Yes, I would love to come to India. Yes. I would love to travel to India once again. And I used to travel 2 years ago. I
Okay.
was there in Goa and in Mumbai for 3 days only. I met my friends because lots of them still there. They got their families there. They got married and kids in Mumbai, and they're staying here, staying there. And I meet them. It was so nice to see them after a long time. And of course, is some people interested with the ballet or maybe ballet on pointed shoes as well, because we do train on ballet with the pointed shoes and some other classes. Why not? Why not?
Right.
I will happily write.
What are the three things that you would like to suggest to everyone to stay fit um, throughout throughout their life as a ballerina?
As ballerina, stay positive, uh, feel the music, and listen yourself. Listen your soul.
Wow. Stay
Yes,
positive, listen to
yes,
music, and listen to your soul.
yes. Because everything starts from here, from inside you, from inside. Listen yourself. What your heart is telling you right now, and go this way. Whatever, ballet style or jazz or maybe rock or maybe going to be Russian folk dance or Spanish, whatever. Listen to
Yes.
yourself.
Perfect. On this note, I think we are done with the interview, and thank you so much for your time, Miss. I had fun. It was more like a conversation more than an interview. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit, so much. I hope we're not saying bye-bye to each other. We will stay in touch.
Yes.
And let's see, I hope the world situation will change nowadays shortly. And I will
Yes.
happily fly to see you. Yes, not through the screen. Not through the screen.
Live.
Yes, yes, I will see you live. Thank you so much.
Physically. Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Take care. Bye.
You also, Amit. Bye.